friends, it's Peggy Noe from prettypapercards.com, and I'm here today on a lovely Friday afternoon with my little dog Ellie. She's my little Yorkshire Terrier, and there she is. Her bangs are kind of hanging down today, but we're getting ready for a really nice long 3-day weekend. How about you? I wonder what you're going to do for the 3-day weekend. Let me just check here on my computer and make sure we're going live. I like to be sure. Yep, there we are. Good to see you all. I'm happy that you could spend a little time over in my corner of the world. This is my craft room, and we're going to craft today. I posted a little hint. And if you have the beautifully penned designer series paper, which is a free item during celebration, we're going to make a card using that paper today. So if you have some, grab it and grab a couple of Stampin' Blends alcohol markers, and we can make a card together. I thought that would be kind of fun if you have it, if you'd like to do that. So let's see. Hi, Roz. Good to see you. Good to see you. I love it when you guys chime in. So let's see. This coming weekend, we are going to visit my mother-in-law, who is 93. She lives in town, kind of all the way across town, and we're going to go visit her this weekend and say hi. And that's about all we've got planned. We're just going to relax and maybe eat some good food, and that's it. I'll probably make a bunch of cards. How about you? I hope you're planning to make some cards. Hi, Marcia. Good to see you. Ellie has been just a little odd today. We went for a ride this morning over to the post office. I had to take all the packages, small packages for my customers this month. I always give host code gifts, and this month it was a beautiful ribbon, and so I got those all in the mail. Well, the month of August was a ribbon. Coming up this next month is the really pretty gold holly leaves. That's my gift, my host code gift, if you use my host code when you shop with me in my online store. And I always have my host code. It's right above. You can see it. So if you place an order of $50 or more and use that host code, when there's a little place to put it in, and then I will send you some gold holly leaves. Now I hope they stay in stock, because the ribbon I chose last month ended up being back ordered toward the end of the month, but I substituted another really pretty ribbon. Okay, I'm going to put Ellie down now, because we have got some stuff to talk about. Oh, it's starting to chill already? Wow. Hi, Kay. Thanks for sharing. My goodness. That is so interesting, Marcia, because here in San Diego, of course, we usually, our summer weather actually lasts until Halloween. We have very warm weather, even in October. Roz, what's going on with you? You're just relaxing and crafting at home. Good. I like to hear that. They all work in the schools. Oh, they went back August 8th, and it's a mess. I've been hearing about that. I'm glad I don't have little ones at home and have to make any of those decisions. But you relax and enjoy yourself and craft. That's what I love to do. You know, is just spend my time crafting. Everything else disappears, doesn't it, when you're crafting? So let's talk about some announcements. Announcements, celebration is still going on. August and September, I'm getting a little glare there. And like I said, I hope some of you have been able to get some great prizes, some of the great free gifts that are given away during celebration. And we're going to talk more about that in a minute. But the other offering during celebration is a wonderful starter kit special. If you want to get our starter kit, for $99, you get $125 worth of product. It all ships free, and you get a bundle of your choice out of 11 different bundles. And the most expensive one is $60, and you get that thrown in during celebration. or any of the 11 bundles that you happen to choose. So I would love to have you on in my family of sweet stampers. I have some lovely gals, and I would love to have a guy on my team too. So if you would like to get that great, you get a great discount, 20% off every product after you purchase your starter kit, and that's a pretty good deal. So I'd love to have you on my team. Well, we are going to talk about prizes right now. So I didn't meet with you last Friday, did I? Because I was at Backstage, the Stampin' Up event for leaders. And so this is from 2 Fridays ago, and the gift was this fabulous notebook, Stampin' Up floral notebook. I really hate to give it away because I like it, but I already have one or two. So I think I wanted to give out a really nice gift, and the winner of the Stampin' Up floral notebook is Carol Busby. So Carol, I think I have your address, but you might get in touch with me. I haven't seen you on here yet, but get in touch with me and I'll make sure to get this to you. It's really good quality, and don't you love those flowers on the front? I think I might even have to order a couple more. I think they're still available. So that was the giveaway to Carol. And for next Friday, which will be the 10th, I am going to give away something small, but very neat. It is, what is it? It's a Stampin' Buddy. And Stampin' Up doesn't sell them anymore, but I got some extras before they discontinued them. And the Stampin' Buddy, Embossing Buddy, yes, Embossing Buddy. It's a little bag of, I don't know, cornstarch or something. Maybe some of you know. Thanks for congratulating Carol, girls. You're so sweet. Maybe some of you know what's in this. I think it's cornstarch or flour or something. And you rub it on your paper before you emboss, before you heat emboss and stamp it with Versamark ink. And it clears off all the oil so that you get a really good embossing. And so I have several of these, and I thought I might give one away today for someone who comments. And leave me a comment down below, and then you'll be entered to win this little embossing buddy. And so next Friday I'll announce who wins. So every single person who leaves a cornstarch Roz, okay, I wasn't sure what that was. So leave a comment and you'll be entered to win this little embossing buddy. I still have the first one I got. I mean, maybe I should start using a new one. I don't know, but it seems to work fine, and it gives me some really good and clear embossing. So I wanted to make sure to give you guys something. All right, what are we going to talk about today? I am going to turn you down right now and show you what we're going to talk about and what we're going to do. Let me get this going here. Okay, this is the beautifully penned paper that you get free from Celebration. I'm going to go through every page for you so that you can see. There are, I believe, 3 designs, and you get 4 sheets of each one. This is the design we're going to use today. This is the front and the back. You get 4 of those. You get 4 of this pattern. That's the front and this is the back, or vice versa. And so you get 12 sheets total, and this is the 3rd pattern, and here these are the 2 sides. The one is a lovely leaf pattern, and the other one is black polka dots on white, but they're a little bit freehand in a way. 12 sheets of beautiful black and white paper for free. And I thought we would just go through our Celebration catalog, because I'm trying on the Facebook Lives this month to go through. Let me just check on Ellie. She's just acting a little odd today. I don't know why. I'm trying to go through the Celebration catalog and show you every product. So if you don't have up one of the products, or if you've gotten one of the products and you need ideas, one of the free gifts, you can just look through these Facebook Lives or go on my YouTube channel, Pretty Paper Cards, because I post all the Facebook Lives over there. And you can have it, I'll give you ideas. So we've done the bedazzling paper. We've done the Darling Penguin Playmates paper. We used that on a project. And today, so we did Feels Like Home, I think, last time. Didn't we? I think we did. If not, I'll check and we'll make sure to do it. Beautifully Penned is what we're doing today. We've done some others. We did the reindeer paper. That's what I call it. It's called Peaceful Prints. We did the sheep, the Counting Sheep stamp set, the sheep dies. We did the textures and frames. This die set I do not have. That's the one thing I haven't gotten yet. We did a card with the delicate dahlias, and we may do another one before celebration's over because I love it. And then there's a host set, which you can get if you have a $30 order. It just goes to you automatically, and it's called In Your Words. I have that, but I haven't used it. So today we're going to explore beautifully penned paper. Now, I want to show you the sample card, and we're going to make this card but in a different color. So here is the card, and this is featuring both the front and the back side of this beautiful paper. I love it because you can color it with your Stampin' Blends. Can you see that? And we're going to also use the hand-penned bundle. It goes with, you can use it totally on its own, but it's meant to coordinate with the hand-penned bundle. And here's the stamp set, and here is the die set. This has been a very popular set in the annual catalog, and I want to show it to you. It's on pages 104 and 105 of the annual catalog. It's a whole suite, actually. What comes in this suite? Let's see. Okay, oh, it has its own designer series paper. That's right. It comes with another set of designer series paper that is beautiful and colored. And it has some genial gems, some real pretty gems that go with it. So this is the hand-penned suite, but we're going to feature the hand-penned bundle and use that on today's card. So I thought what we might do is, this is the, here I've used Pale Papaya, one of the in colors, and I thought we might just use another color. This time I'm going to use, who knows the name, Fresh Freesia, another in color. I really grabbed for these in colors because I love them so much. Thank you, Roz. I love it too. I love this card, and I think mainly because the Stampin' Up! Products are so beautiful, and this paper is just so pretty. So let's see how to make this card. And the first thing we're going to do is do our standard, you all know, the 8.5 by 5.5 card base made of basic white cardstock. And it's scored at 4 1/4, and we're going to burnish it there with our bone folder. Now, the next thing, now that's ready. So we're going to turn to our beautifully penned paper. And what I've done here, sorry I have to reach over, is I've cut a large piece of the beautifully penned paper. And just so that I could play with it. And I started coloring in because it does take a while to do the coloring with the blends. And so I've got quite a few. We're going to color these two together. And the only colors I'm using here, let me move a couple of things here. The only colors I'm using are Fresh Freesia Stampin' Blends. They come in a pack of 2, the light and the dark, and the Granny Apple Green, which is my favorite green. And this is the dark one. You could also use the light. They come in the pack. So let's just get started. I wanted to give you a few hints for coloring. And the piece we need is going to be 4 by 5 1/4. So I've already kind of measured it out, and I'm going to color these two in while we're together. Now, I always use the brush end. People have their own opinion, and so use whatever end you like. And I'm going to color in the light Fresh Freesia first, and then we're going to do a little shading with the dark. And I think I've told you before that most of the time Stampin' Up! Gives us the areas to shade. Do you see these little these little lines right here, that is supposed to indicate shading. And so it's real easy for us. We don't even have to really think about where shading is. We're just gonna put shading where those little lines are, and maybe a few other places. So here we're just coloring just lightly, and remember with the blends, you kind of stay away from the edges because the ink does bleed out a bit. So you don't want to, you want to come back from the edges just a bit. And each little grouping, little bouquet here has about 3 flowers, and they're all the same. And I'm going to show you in a minute how fabulous it is that this goes so well with the hand pen products, the stamp set and the die. They really go together swimmingly, as they say. So I'm still coloring in with my light Fresh Freesia Stampin' Blends. I'd love to hear how you all like the Stampin' Blends. Leave me some comments. Who colors them and uses them, and what do you like about them? I really love them. They're easy. You don't have to press down very hard. You girls are so cute. You all know each other. You're all having a little conversation. I love that you're happy. Okay, now we've got the basic flowers colored in. We're going to add the shading with the dark Fresh Freesia. And again, I'm still using my, what was I going to say? I'm still using the brush end. Okay, and when I do the shading, I do the lines that they've indicated, but I also try to go on some of the edges, a little bit at the top, a little bit in the middle, just to add, it gives more, well, do you see the others that I've done? It gives a little more character to them. Like that. Now, do you all live near each other? Is that how you know each other? Or is it just from Stampin' Up and stamping? I'd love to hear. You are so cute. Okay, so we're just doing our shading here. I like to put a little more shading in the center because we know that's where that it is a little, generally just darker in there. And you might want to just, like there, I just did a little at the top of the flower. It's, you know, it's very forgiving. You don't have to do a lot. So those are now shaded in just from Facebook watching lives. Oh, how cute. Well, I'm very thankful that you all watch my lives. I love it. I love having you. Okay, now I'm using the dark Granny Apple Green to color the stems here. You don't have to, and I'm going to color some of these. I think these could be little buds of more flowers, but I've decided to color them with this little green, this Granny Apple Green, just a touch, because I think it just adds, well, like they say, a pop of color, but actually also it adds just another shade of something in there. It just adds more, makes it more alive looking, kind of. And so there are little white areas of these little buds, and I just am popping in one little dot of the Granny Apple Green. And I've done that on all the rest. Okay, there we go. It's all colored. Isn't that pretty? You're in Florida, you meet on the Facebook groups. Okay, that is so nice. Now what we're gonna do is go ahead and cut our paper. And remember, I told you we need to cut it 4 inches by 5 1/4. So let's go with the 4 inches first. 4 inches. This is our paper trimmer, the Stampin' Up paper trimmer. And 5 1/4. Okay, I'm not sure if I got that totally even. Let me go back and just redo that a little bit. Okay, I think it's even. There we go. Okay, so this is our piece. Now let's go ahead. Isn't that beautiful? Don't you think? Look at how that came alive with those Stampin' Blends. And I think for Christmas you could do it, you know, I don't think it would be any big deal to do it in red or bright green. So let's go ahead and adhere this with our multi-purpose glue. I'd love to hear, you haven't let me know yet about what you think about Stampin' Blends, girls. Let me hear, I want to hear what you think about the Stampin' Blends. And I hope you're going to use them to do a project like this because it's so pretty. Now, the other thing we're going to do, I still have to get my trimmer out, because to do that bottom section that I talked about, we need to, this is the other side of the same paper, and here I have a little bit of the color left. I'm not going to use that part because it does, I don't know if you can see it, but it does bleed through a little bit. Okay, so for this, we're going to have 2 inches, and I'm going to cut that at 2 inches because it's going to be half and 5 1/4. It's half of the size of the main piece. And you know, if you wanted to be really super careful, excuse me, you could just do 2 inches of this, but I don't know. I wanted to leave my options free. You love the blends, Roz? Oh yes, the refilling, I know. Well, it's a good thing they're not too terribly expensive. So now we're just going to adhere this piece right over the bottom. And again, you don't have to, this leaves your options open. You can do anything you want with this, this card. I just wanted to show you some things, ways that you can use it. This beautiful paper that you get free, okay? I mean, free is free, right? We love free. Who doesn't love free? Alrighty, so we've got this on, and now what I've done to bring more of the color in, more of the fresh freesia, I have cut a strip of the fresh freesia cardstock, 1/2 inch by 5 1/4, and I'm going to put it from the top of the stripe paper. I'm going to adhere it at the top of the stripe paper, okay? So it just gives, it adds more of the featured color. And I wanted to kind of remind you, you know, some people use like 100 colors on their cards. And personally for me, I get confused with that. I like my cards to just have a couple of colors. The Stampin' Up! Colors are so beautiful anyway that I think they look great with just a few of the colors. So we've got black and white here. Yes, they are. Oh, thank you, Pam. They are affordable. The blends are affordable. So here's our little piece of our fresh freesia. So now the next thing we're going to do, and I'm going to give you, may I give you a little challenge? I have 3 different embellishments, and I would like you to choose, before it's time to put them on, I would like you to choose for our card. You choose, and I'll put them on. Either the in color jewels, and there are some jewels that are the fresh freesia color that we could use, or the beautiful pearls. What are these called? Keep the tags in there. Pastel pearls, and that would be really pretty, I think. And actually, it has a light and a dark. So are you getting ideas? So there is the lighter purple, and here's the darker. I think actually they're probably Gorgeous Grape and Highland Heather, but either one would look beautiful on this. Or for kind of a striking look, we could use the matte black dots. So be thinking about that. You like the pastel pearls? Hi, Robin. Good. Yes. Oh, you like the in color jewels? Okay, so be thinking about that while we make the rest of our card. Okay, the next thing to do is we are going to stamp the large, I don't know that it's the largest. Let me check here. We're going to stamp this stamp right here from the Hand Pen Petals set, and we're going to stamp it in our fresh freesia color. And that is going to go on the front of our card also. And then we're going to cut it out with the mini boss. Oh, Marsha likes the black enamel dots. Now you guys are going to confuse me. Okay, so let's go with this. Isn't that pretty? I love this stamp. And by the way, this is padded, you know, so if you're not using a padded desk pad or something, be sure to use that Stampin' Pierce mat. Now we're going to get out the mini boss, and I'm going to pull out my penned flower dies, and this is the die that fits that particular stamp. So I'm going to slip this right in here, and let's put our die over that, and I think it's going to go through. I don't think it's too wide. Let's check. I think it'll work. How many of you have a mini boss? And let me know if you like it. I'm interested to know. I love mine, but I know some people didn't get it. Hi Diana, Knapp, good to see you. So let me know if you have the little mini cut and emboss machine. I'd love to know. Okay, here we go. So we're just cutting that little guy out. And here it is. There we go. Isn't that it's just, this stamp set is so beautiful. You just can't even, I can't even stand it. It's so pretty. So there is our beautiful flower. And now we're going to stamp our sentiment. And our sentiment is from the same stamp set, and it says anything is possible. And then we're going to use the double oval punch, okay? So we're going to stamp the sentiment in black. You have it and love it, Roz. Good. I'm glad. I'm sure you're talking about the stamp set. Okay, so here's our Anything is Possible stamp and our Tuxedo Black Memento ink. And I want it to stand out. And as black as, you know, the paper is black and white, so I thought it would look really nice with that. Okay. Now we're going to punch this out with the smaller of the two ovals. You have the regular oval, the smaller oval, and the larger one is scalloped. So let's punch out the sentiment on the smaller one. See if I can get it even. Okay. Here we go. And then we're going to use the larger oval punch to punch out some fresh freesia as a backing. And this is how it's going to turn out. Isn't that cute? That double oval punch is so good for sentiments. Okay, now for this, I'm going to just use my multi-purpose glue. We will raise this up on dimensionals in a few minutes, but to adhere it to the fresh freesia, I'm just going to use my glue. And we'll just put it on like this. Doesn't that look so nice? I mean, it's great to have a punch that gives you such a beautiful product. Two punches in one. I really like it. Okay, so we've got this. We've got our sentiment. Whoops. And we've got our flower. And now what we're going to do is add a ribbon. Where's my ribbon? Oh, here it is. I'm going to tie a little bow out of this pretty white crinkled seam binding. I really like it, and you guys know I like to add bows and ribbons to my cards. I'm just kind of like that, and I hope you do too. I never can believe what beautiful ribbons Stampin' Up! Has. I just love them. So for this, I've got out my little mini glue dots. Oh, you bought that lunch bag. Yes, that was a really cute lunch bag. I wanted to get it. So Roz and Pam, you both have the mini. And Kay, good. I'm so glad you have it because I think it's super, super convenient, especially if you're just sitting at your desk. You don't have to go to the table where the big one is. Okay, so we better get this flower adhered first. I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, let's get our Stampin' Dimensionals, and we're going to have the flower come up into the floral colored area because we've got other stuff planned for the bottom, right? So I'm going to just put on some dimensionals. These are the full-size dimensionals. The leaves are nice and long, or large, rather, so that you can put the dimensionals right on there, and this will really hold our flower, our bouquet. It's really a bouquet because it's got several flowers and leaves. Now you could color this also with your Stampin' Blends. I just didn't because I thought we needed the contrast from all the color to just white. So I'm just going to put this right here, like that. And now we're going to put our little bow on. And we're going to put it right in this area with our mini glue dots. I think I only needed one the last time. You just figure out where you want it, and then one dot. This ribbon is so light that one dot will hold it. Yep, that's pretty good. And I'm going to pull the what I call the tails. I don't know what you call them. Pull the tails down, and then I'm going to adhere my sentiment over that with dimensionals again. So let me get some more dimensionals. Actually, I'm going to put them right on here. In fact, let me see. I think I'll put one down here also. Oh, thanks, Diana, for sharing. I appreciate that. I appreciate that you guys share, because that way other people can see. And especially with these celebration items, you know, you get these things free, and then you need ideas of how to actually use them. So here comes our sentiment, and it just covers up the bow. That's kind of a thing now. And there's the bottom leaf, two bottom leaves kind of peeking out. I'm going to trim my ends, and then we'll be ready for the embellishments now. Whoops, I think I need to cut that just a bit better. So we have to make a decision about embellishments. What did you all decide? Okay, I saw one black dots. Let me see. One black dots. I'm trying to see them all. I think what I saw the most of was the pearls. So I'm going to go back and use the pearls. And I think the light ones are better. I think they blend better. So let's, you know, before we do this, why don't we stamp the inside of our card? I think that might be a good idea, don't you? Because embellishments are supposed to come at the very, very end, okay? So let's stamp the inside of our card. Again, I love, you, Kay, you like the black dots. I know, I can't, for some reason, I can't get it to go back further on my Facebook. You know what I'll do? I'll make another one with black dots, okay, and post that, okay, and we'll see, then we can see the difference. Not on this Facebook Live, but I'll do another one for you with black dots. How about that? And maybe I'll use a different color. Look how gorgeous that stamp is. I mean, I just love it. And we've got our envelope here. We're going to do this, and then we'll go back to the embellishments. And we're just going to put this right up in here. I love that flower. Oh my gosh, I love that flower. Okay, well, let's see. Let's bring out the black dots, and we're just going to give a little test here. Let's have a test. Maybe we could use both. Let's see. Well, black dots might actually not look bad. Let's try them. Okay, not bad. Not bad, Kay. You're right. Okay, well, I think this is going to be black dots now that I've got them started. I'm surprised how much I like them. Kay, you were totally right. I like the black dots. A little more modern, right? Just a little bit more modern, a little more sophisticated looking. Isn't that a pretty card? You know, there's so much that you can do with these beautiful new products from Celebration. If you girls don't have this paper, be sure to get it. So Celebration is available. It's ending on September 30th. So you'll want to be sure to get this beautifully penned paper before Celebration is over, because you can use this for tags, you can use it for even to wrap a small gift or something. I think you're really gonna like it. Thank you, Marcia. Thank you, Pam. It did come out really nice. And again, it's the paper and the blends. So thank you so much, you guys, for stopping by. I love it when you watch. And those of you who haven't left a comment or who watch afterward, be sure to leave a comment so that you can be in the drawing to win the Embossing Buddy next Friday. So have a happy, happy Labor Day weekend, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.